Aloha, it's Jim from Animal Ability. Today we're going to do some grip work, and a lot of it's going to be using your forearms or stabilizing using your forearms, because you can't have strong hands without working your forearms. So the first thing is a classic wrist curl. I'm going to show you the two versions. I'm going to use a barbell. You can use dumbbells or kettlebells even, or sandbags if you wanted to get some actually isometric finger strength while you're doing the wrist curls. So I'm just going to take a barbell, grab it about shoulder width, pick it up. Now you want your elbows a little closer. This just allows your wrist to bend naturally. You're going to keep a good grip, stay tight, curl it up and down. Now you can also go out to your fingers, finger curl, then wrist curl, finger curl, then wrist curl. Now, if you want to do strict forearm work though, just stick with the wrist curl. The other version is the standing. So that version worked pretty much the resistance as soon as you started to curl it up was on there until it got to the middle, and then it started to leave as you got to the contracted position. So we're going to put the full resistance in the contracted position by stepping in front of the bar, picking it up behind you, and of course tight butt, tight gut. Curl it up and down. So this is where the resistance is when it's up. When it gets down, it's basically just hanging, so you don't want to stay there too long. If you want to pause up top, because that really extends the resistance and the pain. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is a kettlebell curl. Now I'm going to show you with one kettlebell. You can actually use two at a time, or you can use one at a time and switch hands. So we're going to do the pistol grip curl. So you stand like this, curl it up and down. Now that works your forearm along with working your upper arm here, your bicep brachialis. So you curl up and down. So it's similar to a hammer curl in what it's working in your upper arm, but it is very, very forearm dependent. So another thing, one of our favorites, is hold the 90-degree position here for time. That is very, very intense and pretty much purely forearm strength. Now, another thing to do is a bottoms-up kettlebell press, or you could do a hold and walk with it. I'll show you both. So you get it like this, get a super tight grip, press up. It's best to look at the bell. That just gives you a cue and also gives you a heads up as it starts to come down on you. Or you could just go right here in the rack position and hold for time, or you could walk for distance or a certain number of steps, a measured out distance or a certain number of steps. Okay, so let's give them a cheat sheet out here. Plate pinch. This is a great one to do. You take two plates, put them together, put the smooth side out, make sure your fingers aren't holding the hole, and you can grab them like this. You can go for time, or you can walk for distance, you know, distance as in measured or steps. So that's your plate pinch. Sometimes you can get it where you can, you know, do it farmer's walk style, or you could just do one-sided, and that's going to give you some core work also. So I'm going to show you the dead hang next. So we're going to go over here to the rings. Now I'm using rings. You can use a bar or rings. I like the rings because it allows your forearms to turn in a natural position, so it just saves your shoulder. So basically, all you do is hang. This is going to give you a shoulder and lat stretch as a bonus. You can also get advanced and go one arm, and then you can switch back and forth between one arm to the other. You can go for max time, or you can go for set periods of time, like say 10 seconds, shake it out, 10 seconds, or 10, 10, 10, you know, however you want to do your time. So we're going to go back over here, and I'm going to show you a couple of bonus movements. Those were your main exercises, but we're going to show an advanced exercise here, the sledgehammer lever. Now you can shorten your grip on this until you get strong enough to do it. You put it up, you grip the ground, you really root yourself into the ground. Keep your eye on the resistance, the head of the sledgehammer. Come down slow. Touch your nose. Back up. Now you can do that for a single or, you know, a low number of reps, maybe 3 or 4 each arm. You can do a single set or you can do multiple sets. That's up to you, however you want to train that. And then, since I'm also a massage therapist, I'm going to show you something a lot of massage therapists like. This is also good if a lot of rock climbers use this. So this is just good in general for keeping any residual carpal tunnel issues or forearm issues or grip issues, because we're always working our grip, you know, when we lift weights and everything, even if you don't do direct grip work. So you're always flexing. Well, we want to work the extensors sometimes. So I ordered these things quite a while back called Hyper Owl finger extension bands. Let's see. And I've got quite a few in here. So let me dump them out. Okay. So as you can see, there's little rings for each finger. And I'm going to put one on. And I'll show you 2 versions that I like to use. So we're going to do the straight opening. Now you can blast it, hold, come in slow, blast, hold, come in slow with the negative. When I do, that's the straight finger method. When I do the bent finger or claw method, I choke it up on my pinky and I choke it up a little bit on my thumb just to save the pinky joint, which is a very weak joint. And I put my fingertips together and I claw it out, but I'm also spreading my fingers apart. And then I come back, fingertips together, claw out. Now you're really going to feel it more with the straight finger version, but if you decide to do the claw, that's also going to work your fingers slightly differently, so that's also a good option. Thanks, have a great day.